Okay, what is actually this module about, and is it relevant to me? Because we've talked about information system, a lot of you will go, oh, information system, I'm never going to be doing anything to do with that. I'm doing games, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But let's have a look at how relevant this module is to all computing students, basically. First of all, let's recap on the stages of systems analysis and design. So really, the initial analysis would be the feasibility. Is it possible to do? Do we have the technology and resources? And the full analysis is we would look at a current system, if there is one, and we'll understand requirements and understand the business needs. Then we'll design a new solution for software, hardware, model the design. Within this, we're going to use processes, tools, techniques, and manage projects. We validate and evolve by interacting with stakeholders. And if we're actually doing a real project, we would have to ensure that we're on budget, on time, and that is of quality. For you, for an assignment, you're going to have to be on time, obviously, and you're going to have to ensure that it's of quality. In your second semester, you're going to actually develop what you've analysed and designed. So a lot of you are thinking, actually, you keep mentioning businesses and we're not really into business information systems. But what this module will also show you is that it's relevant in all aspects of your pathways. Okay, now some of the skills that you'll develop, and as someone in computing, you'll use some or all of these skills. So design, interface, so human-computer interaction and different aspects of interface design. Process specification, things like algorithms and data models, using modelling techniques, various types of modelling techniques including structured and object-oriented techniques. For testing, we'll go through validating, verifying and different types of tests including black box and white box testing. Project management, critical thinking, problem solving. One of the most important qualities that employers look for is critical thinking and problem solving. They don't want somebody who can't think critically or who doesn't know how to solve a problem. And really, systems analysis and design module helps you achieve that as much as possible. Because there isn't just one solution. There are many different types of solutions and many ways of getting there. So it makes you think. There isn't a right or wrong answer. There's only right or wrong way of using a technique. Communication. So user requirements, functional and non-functional, and dealing with a variety of people. Again, this is another aspect that employers are really looking for. Okay, module activities. Though systems analysis is often shown in the domain of information systems, activities for the following will be included: computer game design, business information technology, web development, computing. Assignments include choices from these domains within the systems analysis context. Okay, a patient appointment sequence diagram, for instance, for an information system. For you programmers out there, some pseudocode with the interface. Pseudocode really meaning pretend code and not your actual code that you're going to put in. This really enables you to critically think about something and to actually put it across to somebody else. Now, a lot of programmers go, actually, I don't need to do pseudocode. I know exactly how to code. Yeah, you probably do. But if you're working in a team, you then need to actually show that to the team. If you're the designer, somebody else is going to actually be coding it, then you need to show actually exactly what you mean. And that's where pseudocode helps. It also helps with talking to stakeholders about it, so it's much easier for them to understand, is this what you meant? Oh yeah, calculate total. Yes, this is exactly what I meant. And it also enables you to not forget elements that are in the requirements. Okay, Monopoly. We're going to be using this throughout the seminars. So what do you actually see when you see this? Do you see a game? Personally, I see systems, but hopefully you'll see systems as well when you go through it. I talked earlier about systems analysis not just being in the domain of information systems. For instance, here we have a game, and you can see here that it's a level. So it's much easier to look at this and go, oh yeah, actually, it's probably just a normal diagram, but it's much easier then to go, ah, yes, okay. So each level will have zombies, and they'll have friendlies and health items. It's one way of modelling it. So here's an entity relationship diagram, for instance, that's often used in information systems, but it also helps you with locations of objects in a game. So if you want to quickly figure out where everything has to go, so for instance, health type has many healths, and healths are in many areas, so you'd have the health stats in the middle. Locations have many areas, and it helps you with the overview of your levels really, or what needs to go, what assets need to go in each area, without you having to write down copious notes. Another type of diagram for you lot in the design stage. Personally, I love these types of diagram state machines. I find it really useful. So, for instance, here you've got an NPC who wanders, and it helps within a quest. So I found this really useful when I wanted to design a quest. So now you can see that systems analysis and design really isn't just useful for information systems. What I really like is Harold Chestnut, who in 1967 stated, "One of the challenges of the person who engineers a system is to find the many alternative ways in which the function, the operation, and or the equipment of concern and interest may be considered, understood, and made to perform most effectively." As systems analysts and system designers, what we're trying to do is find the best possible solution for a system to perform most effectively. That really is the aim of systems analysis and design. Now, a systems analyst can also develop something, but often what happens is that somebody will analyse, design the system, and give it to a programmer. However, if you're a systems analyst and a programmer, you do all of it. Some systems are so complex that you'll need a whole team, so you need to communicate effectively, and this is why most of the time we use modelling techniques, and this is what we're going to teach you. The other thing that Harold Chestnut states is that the concept of a system is not a simple or unique one, and he actually states that how many different kinds of systems there are, and different systems are organised and operated in different ways. For instance, as individuals, we belong to a social system, we have an economic system, we are the product of several educational systems, and we can be a member of one or more family of systems. We also hear things like the solar system, energy system, economic system, which I've mentioned earlier. But what we're concerned about is physical systems, which really systems such as electrical, mechanical, energy, materials, and in our case, information systems. However, here I need to point out that analysis and design of systems isn't just related to the domain of information systems. Some of the tools and techniques that you're going to learn are going to be useful and transferable to anything that you do, whether you're designing a web application, whether you are actually doing something in IT and education, making a learning tool, whether you're programming a game. These are concepts that you're going to learn that are going to be useful. Thank you. Can you please ensure that you attend seminars? This is really important. It's no good just listening to the video or just looking at the PowerPoint presentations.